Hello you guys, it is Sariyah here. Welcome or welcome back. If you came across this video, it is a sign from your spirit guides or the universe for what you need to hear right now, okay? Personal readings link is always in the description box. I do not have a Facebook, y'all. All of my social media down below, okay? So starting off, I saw coffee in my mind's eye, and then I saw martial arts, specifically like Jackie Chan. Asia could be significant for someone. Okay, we have the death at the bottom. You could be in the current energy of feeling like you need to rest, or you currently are resting after like a battle. I'm not getting that this is, now for some of you this could be a physical battle, but for some of you this could be more so of like an emotional internal thing. For some of you, you could feel like this is spiritual warfare. See, I can't even say it. Couldn't even say it. Huh. More about this. The Ace of Cups. Oh, beautiful energy. I'm hearing no more. No more is what's coming through. You could be receiving some sort of clarity about a new beginning very, very soon after watching this video. There could be something about something being hazy or something not being clear about a new beginning. It's kind of like you're just like, what's going on here? No more. Interesting. I'm getting the divine may be quiet with you, because this channel is more like of a quiet energy. It's kind of like you could be feeling like the universe, God is like hiding something from you, or that they're not telling you all the details. Why is that, Source? What is the reasoning behind the quiet? The Seven of Wands. Oh, I know why. The Seven of Wands. This is one person like fighting off everything, right? And what I'm getting is, I feel like Source doesn't want you to do that. I feel like the universe doesn't want you to do that. And if you knew all the details to something, or all of the things that were being moved out of the way in the background for you, it would stress you out more. And you're probably the type of person that like, once you know something, your brain naturally starts trying to find solutions for it. And it's like, they're not telling you certain things because they don't want you to find a solution for this. They want you to let them handle it. But they know you're not going to let them handle it if you know. Okay? For some of you, though, you have excellent restraint. So those are the people who get shown more. If you're very impulsive, yeah, 331 on the time. If you're very impulsive, or like when you're shown things, you fly off the handle, baby, that's why you can't hear nothing. But this is your message so that you know. A beautiful new beginning is coming. Okay? I'm also hearing something about pouring into your cup. Since we had that coffee and then like the fight, there's something about resting and pouring into your cup right now. You don't have to always be going at it, is what I'm hearing. Yes, balance, go towards it, but don't neglect yourself. Okay, the Eight of Wands, you have 414 on the time. As I'm saying, don't neglect yourself. Your body is your foundation. So a home and like the physical stuff, that's a physical foundation, right? But like your body is your vessel until you're out of here. So it's like, if you need to rest, drop everything and rest. Don't do it too many, don't do it excessively, but also don't be on the other extreme and think, oh, well, I have to, because if you burn out and now you're sick, then, the Eight of Wands is out here. What's the Eight of Wands? Ooh, The Tower in reverse. That's exactly what I was saying. The Eight of Wands and the Tower in reverse. You going, I'm hearing rush. You being in a rush is like avoiding a tower from happening, or like, and that might sound good because some people are like, well, I don't want a tower moment. But the thing is, a tower only comes when there's a foundation that needs to be crumbled, disrupted, so that a new, better foundation can be built on top, in place of it. So if the tower is reversed and it's caused due to like fast movement, there must be something that they want you to energetically see. Now there's a time and place for action. Like for example, I am filming this video, but then there's a time and place for sitting and resting and watching, inspirational things, or meditating, stretching, all of those things, so you can receive answers just naturally, okay, about things that energetically need to be released, right? Should I tell them that? Yes or no? It's almost like I'm being guided to share my experience, but let me see. Yes or no? So this is a strong yes or no. It's a yes. Okay, so I'm going to share it. Basically, for me, I noticed that lately my index finger, all the way from the top, through my hand and down my arm on my right side, felt like the nerve was like sensitive. And I was just like, I don't know what this is. It's been for like a few days, right? And just this morning, I realized, because I looked it up, and it basically, in palmistry, the index finger is about like the heart, compassion and not leadership, but forgiveness. I couldn't even say it. Compassion and forgiveness. And so I'm like, compassion and forgiveness. And then I started thinking, I'm like, okay, so who have I not forgiven? Right? And for me, it was certain people in my life from before. And I would have never even thought that, because I'm in the present. I'm not thinking about that. But it still is within energy if there was not forgiveness given. And so the fact that forgiveness is coming up, maybe that is the thing that they want you to see, this collective. They're leading you to reflection on like what needs to be cleared in your heart space so that you can be more open to receive. 818, as I'm saying that's what it is. Yes, it is. Thank you, Source. Okay, this one is pretty like touchy and deep, but like this is what's gonna get you there. Okay, we clearing blockages for real, not for fake. Okay, so your heart space has a lot to do with your ability to receive. And by receiving, it's not just materials. It's like, even if you receive the materials, how do you feel when you receive them? Because a lot of times when you have a blocked heart space due to the things of the past and not forgiving yet, and we're going to talk about that, and not forgiving yet, right? You may receive like something super great, but then you'll notice like as the time goes on, you start going back to your default feeling of like, discontented. Does that make sense? It's like the initial like excitement starts to wear off, and then you go back to your like default. And so what Source is trying to get you to do or transform into is for your default to be like free within the heart space, so that when you receive things, you're able to receive them at the truest capacity it's at. So there can be a super gratefulness for it. And I know that may be like, okay, so what does that have anything to do with me forgiving the people that have done me crazy? And I understand that because until this morning, I felt the exact same way. I was just like, what these people did? Crazy. These situations, crazy. I literally was like, I don't see how I can forgive these people, God. 10-10 on the time. I don't see how I can do it. And so I just let it go, and I was just like, maybe whatever, right? Then you start getting body sensations. You ever heard of like lack of forgiveness? It doesn't hurt the other person. It starts poisoning your own body. And so you start getting sensations. You start getting ill. And then you don't know why. And it's because you still have that hate in your heart. And you might say, oh no, I don't hate them. Let's be for real. Ask yourself that and be honest, right? It's okay, right? We're human. For me, how I got over it was like, basically, I feel like I was put into situations in my own life to where it was like, I was like, okay, when people know better, they do better, but also some people don't, right? And it doesn't really matter about that. Let's pull some more. The Wheel of Fortune. The King of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles. This has something to do with some sort of physical abundance flowing to you, okay? I'm hearing it's a process, it's a journey. King of Cups. Okay, Knight of Wands. Interesting. All of this, now this is going to be different for different people, right? I just saw 127 on the timer. Whatever it is for you, because we all have different stories, you truly moving on past this and finding a way to release these people like for good from your energy, and that includes having any animosity towards them. That is like the portal of you being able to receive this like this new life that you're going into regardless, but receive it at its highest capacity. Like I said, I keep saying the same thing, but that's what I'm getting, y'all. Anything else? There's something here about the Six of Cups. Yeah, they're not leaving it alone. This is like past stuff. This is past stuff. It could be childhood stuff. And so, of course, I hope this is not too triggering. However, hey, y'all, when the Tower comes out in reverse, you got to know the reading is going to start being triggering, because it means that there's something that's being avoided to avoid pain. Because the Tower is not easy. It can be painful sometimes, and it can be jolting. And so when it's reversed, it's like, okay, we're avoiding something, or we're not doing something because we don't want to hurt. And it makes sense, right? There's a joy. So shifting from that, right? There is a joy in this incoming. There is I'm hearing hope in this incoming. Or you could be inspiring this, okay? With the King of Pentacles, there's like that's a lot of wealth. I'm hearing a lot of knowledge too, even though it's not the King of Swords. It's like, oh, okay. You've gone through certain things in your life for you to be a master and for you to have the knowledge on how to navigate it for the next person, because this world is always rotating, okay? You are now older, or if you're a kid, you're going to be older. And someone needs your wisdom, right? 144 on the time. Your wisdom is your meal ticket with the Wheel of Fortune. And your wisdom comes through you transmuting that past stuff. And not transmuting it like, well, F them then. That ain't, Five of Cups. That ain't transmuting it. That's still subconsciously being in the grief energy. And so you can't help, think about the children. 151 on the time. Think about the children. Children could be significant for you. Or just the next generation. We want if you want the world to be a better place, especially right now, think about the children. And so us healing, us doing the hard things that, hey, it's unfair, we shouldn't have to because it shouldn't have happened, but it did. Us taking that responsibility and transmuting it, letting it go for good, going to the therapy and deep diving, or if you're a spiritualist like me and you're super intuitive, maybe you don't need therapy, you could figure it out yourself, right? But actually facing it somehow, some way, so that you can release it, that's going to help the next generation, aka the children, so that we can guide them in the ways that like a lot of our parents couldn't guide us, okay? The King of Cups, exactly. Guiding them, leading them with compassion, being leaders of compassion. That's why I said this index finger was about compassion and forgiveness, right? And so when you have a blockage in forgiveness, you have a blockage in compassion, because there's still judgment there, and I understand that. I got a download earlier that was very profound to me, and it allowed me to stop like ruminating on things that were unjust. I literally heard you can seek and pursue justice while still being compassionate at the same time. The two things can coexist. How can they coexist, right? Because when you get riled up or someone does something to you, or even if it's on a greater scale of things and you're like, this is just terrible, and it is. But what Source revealed to me was getting riled up isn't doing anything other than giving that low vibration the energy it feeds off of to make it grow and feel like it's more powerful, because now you're getting out of your character, you're upset. Source was like, be still, be calm. And how you're calm and you be still is that you already have your solution to what you do when unjust things happen. What do you do when unjust things happen? Let's say it's a relationship. Walk away, right? Where someone's like, like for abusive situations or people, you get what I'm trying to say? Just leave. And don't take that the wrong way, because I know someone's going to be like, it's not that simple. I'm just using an example, y'all. Okay? On like a legal scale, or like a situation where you feel like you weren't treated fairly, instead of getting upset and giving that energy into the universe about the situation, you already have your setup like, well, I'm just going to sue, or well, I'm just going to press charges, or well, you get what I'm trying to say? There's something about like the anger may be coming from, or the lack of forgiveness is coming from feeling like there's a lack of power over the situation, because maybe before you didn't have power in this situation, especially if it was childhood stuff. And so it starts to make you feel like in present day, your only power, the only thing you can do about it is get riled up. You don't have to do that anymore. You can just be calm and activate that justice solution, right? That may be for somebody, because your energy needs to shift from lack of forgiveness of these situations and shift towards your new beginning to free that space up. And that can only happen when that switch is made. So I hope that really helps somebody. and that made sense. Let's get some ending. This one's kind of deep. I'm hearing one more. This one's kind of deep. This one was not like, ooh, it's sunshine, butterflies, I'm coming. Okay. All right, we have the Knight of Cups, and then we have the Fool in reverse, though. Is there like a resistance to taking of a step? What is this Fool in reverse, please? Fool in reverse. The Page of Swords, the Justice, the Eight of Swords. Now, for some of you, this could be the Judgment, Five of Swords. Now, for some of you, this could literally be like a physical obstacle that is, you know, slowing down a new beginning. For others of you, if you are hesitating, but there's nothing really in your way, you're being guided to, you know, take the step. But for some of you, there may be like a physical obstacle, okay? The Page of Swords being the reason why the Fool is in reverse. And then the Justice and the Eight of Swords, I don't know. Oh. Once again, if this is not a physical thing or like a legal thing that is literally keeping you from moving forward, it's just a mental restriction or like an illusion based off of your current identity thinking. And hopefully that that I just said helps you shift your identity from being like, I always say it, from like being a victim to a victor. And that is not to negate real life situations, because I know, trust me, I know it gets real. Okay. I know I said ending, but the Seven of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, y'all, it's about to get really good. Okay. This is several 2222 on the timer. As I said that, honestly, I'm glad that this was ending in such a great note. Okay, the Two of Swords is at the bottom. You're not able to see this, and you're like in between worlds due to like this energetic purging of the past. Like the past gotta go. Even if it's not in your physical reality, like the energetics of it gotta purge out. And that means you gotta be aware and let it go, right? Can't hide. The Seven of Cups is many different options. The Nine of Pentacles is like abundant streams. Okay, so I'm hearing that once you clear this, and that's why they wanted you to slow down, because they wanted you to get your energy right, because then things will be much easier. You won't have to, you'll realize simpler solutions to getting what it is that you want. It will come into your stream of consciousness, right? Because ideas are at like different levels of consciousness. But if you're at a lower level of consciousness, or like a still in a past sense level of consciousness, once you are trying to get to a higher level in life, or a better level for you, or more authentic, you have to shed that. Kind of like a rocket, when it goes up, it has to drop off the like y'all know what I'm trying to say. As it goes up altitudes, it has to drop it off each time it goes up. That's what you're doing basically. And once you ascend each level up, you get access to higher level ideas. It's like they're floating in space, but you have to rise by letting go of the baggage in order for the downloads to come to you, the ideas that give you these several streams of income for some people. But this is also, it could be different ways of abundance, love, friends, the money, all of that, the life that you want. So this is how you get it. Okay, I hope that really helps somebody. And once again, if you guys want personal readings from me, that link is always in the description box below. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.